Thanks for tuning in, team. In this episode, I'm going to highlight some of the key mistakes that I've made in my investing journey. So hopefully it gives you a heads up if you're thinking about starting. And also, I'll give you a little bit of insight into my portfolio and give you some rundown of the companies that I've invested in. But before we get started, let's roll that intro. Welcome back, team. If you're new, my name is George, and welcome to Island Money. Island Money. You. Let me get some CLC on that thing. Looks like that. All right. Welcome back, team. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the 3 biggest mistakes I made in my investment journey. Hopefully, if you're starting your investment journey, this will help you prevent yourself from making those same mistakes. Let's get into it. Number 1, do your own research. This is numero ta'i. Do your goddamn own research, team. Man, it frustrates me when people go to me, oh, you invest. Yeah, you invest. It's just like going to the casino, isn't it? It's like gambling. Oh man, I honestly feel like giving those people a 1-2. You need to do your own research, guys. That's number 1. It hit me right in the bloody face when I first started investing. My first $1,000 I invested in the stock market, right? The company went broke. I lost all the shares I owned. I lost my $1,000 was gone. And why was that, George? Why did you lose your $1,000? Because I took the advice of not a friend, not a work colleague, but a customer. A customer gave me advice to invest into this satellite company called Newstat that I just happily went and invested into. And about 6 months after I invested, the stock tanked. All these little things came out about the company that, surprise, surprise, led to it going bankrupt. And these are things that now I call red flags. Number 2, have a plan and do your best to stick to it. Having a plan doesn't mean you can't make little changes on the way. In fact, I encourage you to be disciplined enough to identify and realize when a change needs to be made. Luckily, growing up in the Cook Islands, we play a lot of sports, and from sports, we learn how to become disciplined. So take that mentality from the sports field into the investment field. That will help you overall throughout your journey identify when changes need to be made that are eventually going to help you reach your end goal. I started off as a ETF investor. Over time, I realized that that type of style wasn't going to suit my goal of wanting to become financially free by the time I'm 50. So to give myself the best chance at becoming financially free by the time I'm 50, I came to the conclusion that investing in growth stocks was the best way for me to go to help me reach that goal. Number 3. Yep, got that right. Do not spend money or invest money you do not have or cannot afford to lose, especially if you've got personal debt. In my humble opinion, it's not a good idea. It's not gonna work. You're always gonna lose. You're gonna cut yourself short. Don't even think about it, team. I don't know why I'm smiling while I'm saying this, because it's actually not a good experience. I've been through it myself and it doesn't work. There was a time where I was actually spending more money in my investment portfolios, so putting money into the stock market, rather than paying my credit card that I owed at the time that I was paying close to 16% interest on each year. So what makes more sense to you? Here, making 2-3% on a portfolio, or paying an interest of 16% on a credit card? It just doesn't make sense, team. If you do not have the money to invest, do not invest it. If you cannot afford to lose money investing, do not start investing. This is what I love about Stake, is that it offers you the opportunity to invest a minimum of $10 USD, which is around about $15 to $20 either Australian or New Zealand, depending where you live, obviously. But it allows you to invest minimum. And if you can't even invest $15 to $20, see, you're not ready to jump into this space. Look after yourself first. Cover the essentials in your home before you even consider investing. There's going to be a great opportunity for me to share my personal portfolio with you, and I can't wait for that to happen. I only invested in 3 companies. Now, our biggest allocation of funds goes to Tesla Maestra. That's one of the followers that I follow, Jeremy. That's what he calls it. But Tesla is my biggest stock in my portfolio. And its purpose is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. We also own shares in an awesome company called Zip, which is a buy now, pay later service company. So Zip and its purpose is to disrupt the banking and the credit card industry. The third company we own in team, Snap, is not actually a company, it's an ETF, a high growth ETF called ARKG, A-R-K-G. Now that G stands for genomics. The reason why is because of my other sister, Andrea McNabb. You guys would know her by Sergeant Badass. Her and her family have been fighting a deadly disease known as cancer for, a while now, a few years. And for me, being so close to this experience, I've wanted to invest my money into something good that's going to focus on healing people with cancer. And by that, a lot of these companies in this ETF focus on gene editing, where they identify issues with your genes straight away and identify cures that can help save people's lives. She, through her experience, has influenced me to do something great, like invest in these companies. So not only am I looking at getting a return on my investment so that I can lead myself to financial freedom, but hopefully these companies can deliver and give people freedom from these horrible diseases that they don't deserve to have. No one deserves to have that. Love you, Andrea. Shout out to my Sergeant Badass sister. That's all I got for you for tonight, team. Just wanted to bring you something short and sharp. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please drop a comment if you've just started your investing journey, but if you're a seasoned pro, please drop a comment. Let me know how your journey is going so far. If you need any advice, team, remember this is only for entertainment purposes only. Seek professional help, switch on your brain, understand that I'm just the islander on YouTube sharing my journey, nothing else. I love you, team. Remember, be safe, be kind. Until next time, I'm G. Catch ya.